is my good side.
So, if you wanted to look at the camera, your camera's there, obviously. Our camera's there. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, watch the mic.
Sorry.
Wow.
She's like, I'm going to use this to lean on us.
Your business. Hold on.
Can I sit like this? Does it
I
matter?
don't know if it's
No,
How I
that's fine.
sit?
That's
Can I
fine.
get comfy cozy?
I get comfy.
I would totally get comfy cozy too.
My hair is sticking to the microphone.
I have to have my shoes on
The
this. People
static.
will be upset.
The static today has been out of control.
Wild.
So if you see my hair sticking to the microphone, mind your business.
You're doing great.
Mind your business.
You guys look great. This
Thank
lighting
you.
Let's
is
do
great.
one more clapping, just to make sure everyone's aligned good.
Okay, ready? Well, me and you can just do it.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
3,
One more what?
2,
One.
1.
Got to make sure you
You
see
have
on both cameras.
We have to do that so that when I time the video and the sound.
Gotcha,
I can
gotcha,
time
gotcha.
the video.
Okay.
So anyway, welcome, guys.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourselves?
Well, yes, I'm Shelby Juell, Dr. Juell. I am a rotating intern here at Guardian.
And I'm Lindsay. I am the neurology and internal medicine supervisor.
Well, welcome. We didn't have anything ready for you guys, but we were just talking about like topics we might want to eventually discuss on the podcast, and the fact that we're trying to not always just stick to the medical stuff because it's very obvious that we're going to talk about that anyway. And we were just wondering if you guys had any topics offhand in your brain. Maybe you might want to see.
My brain is mush right now.
I know.
I just did anesthesia
Oh,
for
God.
4 hours.
Yeah.
So
That
like
was a
I'm
large procedure.
Let's talk about that.
about doing anesthesia
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, this was a bad day for this because it is so busy up there.
Yeah,
it
we
was crazy.
I got here at 7 and we had a patient that needed a cystourethropscopy with lithotripsy, so we used the laser. He had stones stuck in his urethra.
Oh,
And it took us 4 hours to get them out.
Yeah.
So you're like math blastering those stones with the laser.
Yes.
that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I don't think I've
And-
seen one of those yet.
Yeah, and with him, because he had a stricture too, it was even
Oh, God.
harder,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
we're trying to take him out, but
And
you
then
gotta make
there's,
him
like,
even
this small-
smaller. Yeah, because he
Yeah.
had a stricture too.
Were you in that surgery also?
Yeah, I was helping.
In and out,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, it was
in
in
and out,
internal
helping.
medicine, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Dr. Milligan,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was on that rotation today.
Yeah, so
4 hours.
4 hours. And we were going to do that procedure last night
Oh.
at like 5.
I was gonna say
Can you
starting
imagine?
when, yeah.
At like 5 o'clock, we were going to do the procedure last night at around 5 o'clock, and we thankfully pushed it to this morning because if it wasn't this morning, I would have been here until like midnight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you're here like every day in the morning, right? So
Yeah.
you would have been here literally
Yeah.
all day long,
Mhm.
which I have seen happen up there
Yeah.
with you guys. I am so glad that my job is my job, and I can just, when it's time to go, I go.
Yeah,
I
we
can't
get to-
just walk away sometimes,
we get to Dolly Parton it. 9,
Yeah.
2, 5.
Yeah. I wish.
That's probably a good topic to
That is a
discuss,
huge
to be honest,
topic,
is,
yeah.
is the fact that you guys, you have your set hours, but then that
Yeah.
means nothing most days.
It
Like,
does not, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially for interns, I would say
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Interns as well. We have
Gotta
set
put that
hours,
time in.
but we get in when we need to.
Yeah.
Which is often much earlier than our set hours, and then we get out much later.
Yeah.
As well, depending upon what we need to do. My thing is, I'm always here. If my attending's here, I'm here. So I don't leave before my attending, and I also don't come in later than my attending.
And for people who don't understand what you mean the
Oh,
doctor
yes.
that's,
Yeah, exactly.
for lack of a better term, like, I don't want to say training. Training is not the right word.
Senior doctor, the
they're-
staff doctor.
Mentoring?
Yeah, my mentor doctor, exactly,
yeah.
the doctor that I'm working under.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you said you're rotating, so like, also for people who don't understand, that means you hit basically every department until you leave, or
Yes.
many of them. Do you hit all of them?
I hit all of them. I'll go to every department off multiple times because my internship's an entire year. And it started in July to July. So then throughout that time, I go to the departments multiple times. And internal medicine is my focus, is my specialty of choice. So I've been in internal medicine quite a bit, hanging out. So I enjoy that, but yeah.
Do you, is there like a second choice? Like if you were like, I can't do internal medicine, or if there was something keeping you from doing internal medicine?
Well, I've always said that I liked radiology quite a bit, but it's very different in lifestyle choice and very different in, I guess, your everyday, day-to-day looks like very different.
Yeah.
So So for me, it's more like, what do I want my everyday to look like? If
Smart.
I want to be, up, basically like just go is a lot of internal medicine. You're with clients, you're doing a lot of procedures, you're doing a lot of things. And radiology a lot of times is you are analyzing images, right? And making
Right.
reports on images. So it's not so much like client FaceTime that you get, client and patient FaceTime. It's more behind the scenes. And what I say is my equivalent is that my client would be referring veterinarians. So my clients are the vets
Yeah.
at that point, because I'm looking at the radiographs and I'd be
Right,
like,
right.
here, this is what they say.
Right.
It seems kind of lonely.
And
Lonely
you're such a
hours.
social person. I feel like
So
it might be
true.
like boring for you after
Yeah,
like, a
it
year.
feels
like,
it feels a little lonely. Like just
Exactly.
reading images all day. I mean, I'm sure you have like people, I don't know how it works, but I'm sure like you have people around you
Yeah.
also doing the same thing. So like you're not by yourself, but it's just like
It's less social
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like very different.
Absolutely.
It's good that
Depends.
you're considering what your life would be like outside of
Mm-hmm.
just like I feel like a lot of people in any career go in with like how much money can I make doing this?
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
how much
I mean, we
you
have to
know,
make money, right?
Yeah, everybody
We
has
talk
to make
about
money.
this.
But I
Absolutely,
think
you
that
have to,
considering what your lifestyle would be
Exactly.
is super important. Like I push that just because I feel like in my 20s I really like I was just like make the most money
Yeah.
and I burnt myself out and I hated my job and I hate like and that can happen in any career and now
Yeah.
where I feel like obviously my job is fun now like I get
Yeah.
to do something I love but I didn't even consider what my life would be like before. I was just like work. It's just going to be work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
Just work.
it's just going to be working multiple jobs
Yeah.
and making money like and now I'm like no I want like a life life would be
Exactly.
great
That would be
Absolutely.
fun.
yeah so
Absolutely.
it's smart
We
that
get to
you're
do
considering
stuff
it.
like this and work. This is work for us.
Yeah.
This is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's great.
it's probably
It's
nice you
fun.
guys get to
You
take
know?
a solid 10 minutes
Yeah.
I know. That was exciting.
Yeah. I've been excited for this podcast. I'm very excited for it.
we'll get you on like a bunch of times and
Yeah.
I love you've been like since I started here you've always been very good about being on camera even though I know like you don't
It does make me nervous.
Yeah, but it
like
makes
I
everybody
seem cool
nervous.
and calm right now, but I'm like, well, actually, I don't know. It's more the on the spot kind of stuff that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me nervous because I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
How is this?
Yeah.
How
But,
is
like,
the,
just, like,
is the chair
talking.
helping? Because it's like comfy.
Yeah,
Very
this is
comfy.
comfy.
You can really. You
Yeah,
Can, if I had a
yeah.
blanket,
Yeah.
you could take a nap.
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely.
chill
Well, I
yeah.
also just sat in like a stool for like 4 hours, so like anything other than that is gonna be comfy. But this is a good chair.
yeah
Good
and
choice.
they were you know cheap
Very
I'm
good.
gonna pause for a quick second.
yeah
Might go adjusting here. You're a little more soft spot. Ow.
I am.
he's gotten shocked like 100 times today
Well, my hair is
Why not
still like
messing
I see it. It just slowly like. All right. Well, I guess that was. See, I told you that was going to be like easy.
Cool.
The conversation would just carry
That was
itself.
like 1 minute.
yeah.
That was simple.
Was it only a minute?
Yeah.
No
I
way.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
No.
saying it was only 1 minute because it felt really
Yeah.
like really minuscule.
We were actually
Yeah,
we were
it
just
closed.
talking about before we broke was some of the realities of burnout, some of the realities of dealing with having to put down animals all the time or seeing distressed animals all the time,
Yeah.
distressed clients all the time, and the realities of that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
how much that specifically affects this industry at a higher rate than other industries. I'm sure there is mental health topics to be aware of in other industries also, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure you guys can talk about how this industry specifically
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
hard.
It's very hard. There's a lot of what people will describe as compassion fatigue. It's just there's
It's a great description for it.
right. It's just a lot of veterinary professionals will get fatigued with compassion because we're all the time having that compassion for all of our patients, and then it's sometime at one point it's just like, oh, I don't have it anymore, or it's like
Yeah.
it's just I'm so exhausted.
Well, yeah, I actually
Yeah.
I said that to him. I was like, I think I understand why people get like numb and why they are able to go through the day and not, from what it looks like on the outside, not care but
Yeah.
it's just because it's like I can't keep caring because I don't have that much
Yeah, it's
No.
emotion in me.
it's hard. Yeah, no,
It's
it
so
is.
hard.
It's like a lot of emotions. Like I went through a period where, like, I just like nothing. There's just nothing. Like
Right, yeah.
like doing euthanasia. Like I feel bad saying it, but like there was just nothing. Like I didn't
Right.
feel anything.
Because if you do,
Right.
and you get 5 euthanasias that day, you're gonna
Yeah.
be bawling your eyes out.
But
the
now I
entire
cry.
Day, like-
Now I cry more often.
I feel like
Yeah.
maybe like letting
So
it
I
out
think
a little
I
enough.
think the
will
I
for
think
sure
the
steam
lull
you
that
out,
I was
dude.
in probably went away. But like
Yeah.
for a while it was just like again
Another one.
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
It's like it's sad.
It's also important to
It
realize that
stinks.
it's sometimes not even a choice. Your brain will do this as a safety mechanism. Too much
Yeah.
trauma, and your brain starts shutting off synapses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's really tough.
I haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't think.
Yeah.
You
Good.
know?
Yeah.
I'm
Which
so
is
glad.
Great.
That's
and I'm
really-
trying really
No, yeah,
hard
that's
not
a good
to.
thing.
And I'm being more cognizant about it
Yes.
and being like, okay, I know this is a reality. I know this is something that we deal with. So I'm trying to also really work through those feelings and things that when crappy things happen, I do go, home and reflect on those and be like, okay, let's process those emotions a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Stuff 'em all.
Yeah,
Than
the
just-
processing
yeah,
is like
than just
it's like
stuffing.
I don't want to say it's like the best but the worst part. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
after I go home, I do not want to process. I want to go home and like
about nothing.
and think about literally
Scroll,
nothing.
scroll,
Yeah, no,
like,
it's really
numb, turn
bad.
off,
Right.
like-
It's so bad because like I actually don't want to be on my phone as much as I am, but like if I'm on my
Yeah.
phone, like just like doom scrolling,
You're not thinking.
I'm not thinking about anything.
Distractions.
Yeah, it's like
Absolutely.
just yeah. So like the
Yeah.
processing, it's like you have to do it or
You
else
have to.
Yeah.
it'll eat you alive.
Feel the things,
eventually.
but don't allow them to take over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
consume you.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that if you ignore it too long, then it consumes you in a hidden way, or it comes out in ways that you don't want it to, or
Right,
don't expect
and
it
it
to.
could come off to clients as well. It's like, why doesn't this person seem like they care? And it's
Yeah.
like,
That's the thing.
it's not that they don't care. It's that
Right.
they're just so tired of having to care.
Mhm.
You know, and like nobody will ever. We all do this, and especially you guys are here because you love pets for the most part. I mean, like I would assume everybody in this field at least has a deep love for pets.
Absolutely.
You might not love the work you're doing, and I don't mean you guys specifically. I mean
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
You might not love the job you have or whatever, but you're here because you love pets, and like so it's hard to not care.
Yeah.
And also it's like, you guys work hard, so you're already fatigued physically.
Right.
Then you add this
I
mental
woke up this
part of it,
morning, I
like-
could barely even walk. I woke
much
up this
stool.
morning. No, like I literally
Doesn't sound
woke
like a
up
joke,
and I was like
but-
limping. I was literally limping, and I was like, "Oh my god, today's gonna be rough."
It is Friday.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what happened. Like I woke up this morning and I must have like done something to like it's my Achilles tendon that feels like it hurts. So like I must have done something to it, but like I took ibuprofen, everything's great.
Yeah.
We're good now.
We're back. We're
We're
back.
back.
baby.
We're back.
It is a physically demanding job.
It really
too.
is.
Like
Yeah.
you think, it's mentally demanding, emotionally demanding, like educationally demanding, and then you get to the physical part. Like I was doing
Yeah.
without bringing it into like sad stuff, but I was doing a code the other day, and I just thought of this because my shins hurt, but I was on top of the table, like balancing
Oh.
myself almost like on the corner of the table with my shins
Yeah.
because the dog was large, and but I needed to get vantage
And that's a metal
point.
corner, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's metal. And I looked, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I looked like I just
Bruised.
been repeatedly kicked in the shins. And
Yeah.
I was like,
A couple months ago, I worked a shift in ICU, and I don't work in ICU that often, but I worked a shift in ICU, and I didn't realize how much you have to bend down
Yeah.
or squat down.
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning and it felt like I had been at the gym literally
Yeah.
all day. Like my legs were like shaking every
That's
time
crazy.
every time I squatted down. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the smallest people here pick up a
100
100-pound
pound
dog, and
dogs.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Like,
It's
like,
crazy.
get help.
should
Yeah.
always have another person.
Yeah.
It's a
Sure.
100-pound dog.
You absolutely should. I learned that. I
I'm
learned
always
that
that
a
person.
lot.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like,
Oh
no,
my
no.
God.
No.
No, no.
I know.
New-
I
I'm
learned that
going
a
to
while
help you. We're
ago.
not doing
New
it.
I was
merch idea
working-
for Liz. Do you even lift, bro? But it's like a dog.
Yeah, literally.
That's a good one.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Yeah, you guys have it rough, for sure.
Yeah.
And people.
But I couldn't
But I-
ever think of doing anything
That's
else.
what I'm saying. I was going to say, but I love my job.
Mhm.
Like, at the same time,
Yeah.
I never would have ever thought about doing anything else.
Literally, like, I could have the worst day ever,
Mhm.
and the next morning, like, I'm up and I'm ready to
Ready,
just do
yeah.
it again.
Mhm.
Like, I would not want to do anything else.
Mm-mm.
I used to say because I used to work. You guys know, but I used to work in the post office, and
Mm-hmm.
and I say now, especially in I think being here. I don't even mean just being a video and photo guy. Being here, I'm like, my worst day here is still so much better than my best day at the post office.
Oof.
Like that's
Preach, bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is.
I feel you.
That's
It's like
crazy.
when you find something that you're like, even if you have a bad day, you're like, okay, but I still I still like the
Yeah.
space I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Right.
and what I'm doing to make money. And, like,
Absolutely.
I was working the retail rat race for a long time. So, yes, indeed.
I did that. I did that before I did this.
Retail?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked at Tractor Supply.
nice.
That was
Okay.
kind of fun for the time being.
Sure.
But obviously, it was not like
Yeah.
my dream job.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
What would you say within the veterinary field would be your dream job?
Honestly, like what I'm doing right now,
Just
like
supervisor position?
being a supervisor, being a technician. I don't know. Maybe
Just hurt less.
That's
going
good.
like
Honestly, to hear
maybe
that
just
you're-
like going maybe a little bit further, like becoming a manager at some point. But like, I'm not in any rush to do that.
But
Yeah.
that's so great that
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm pretty content right
I
here,
am
right
content.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I am.
That's good.
My days are busy.
yeah. And I've seen you come up from like this little assistant mopping floors
Yes,
to like now
yes.
supervisor. So
I
it's
know
great.
it is
I'm
pretty
proud of
crazy.
you.
5 years, yeah, 5 years. I went from baby ICU assistant to neuro and internal medicine supervisor.
Amazing.
Insane.
Possibly one of the busier departments, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the
Yeah.
well, other than ICU and
Top
ER,
tier.
they're 7 days a week
Yeah.
They are.
at least. Both of them. Yeah, they have their staff 7 days a week. I don't work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Hey, you can come on in. Who is that? Come in. Who is it? Pop in. Say
Hey.
hello. We got another intern.
I just wanted to look.
Come in.
Come
say
on
hi.
in.
Yeah.
I have work to do, but hello.
Yeah. This is Dr.
fun.
Tomasio.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi. Podcast. Have
Sick.
fun. You guys
Yeah.
are fucking great.
You're gonna be our next guest, all right?
Okay, sure. If
All
I'm
right.
available.
He's with Dr. Berg today, so
Mini Berg.
he's a
Busy.
pretty busy guy.
We
Yeah.
try to get Berg to sit down too. It's not happening today.
Yeah, definitely not today.
No.
You got to catch him on one of those days where he's here, but he's like not
Yeah.
seeing appointments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I said in
meeting
the
day.
last episode, I was
Yeah.
like on the days I feel like he has less to do, he's like not in as good of a mood. But
Yeah.
but
He
you
is a
can
little.
tell-
He is. He
He's
does
gotta
get a little
work.
grumpy.
Yeah, when
he
he's got
does.
nothing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so funny.
I can attest to that. He does get a little grumpy when he's on the slower side.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I get it. I guess it's like he doesn't like his brain to slow down. He's like he needs to.
Which is
constantly going.
insane because it's like, don't you want a break?
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Just one day.
Just like, don't you just want like a small break?
Yeah.
Aren't
then
you
he has
tired?
to process it all.
Right. and then
True.
Maybe that's his.
Maybe
whole
that's what-
thing. He doesn't process. He just goes through. It's like
Like sometimes I like watch him. I'm like, aren't you tired?
just from
Right?
moving.
Just like, aren't you just tired? Like, do you get tired? That's so
and
crazy.
like imagine like he has to do his job as the neurology doctor and an internal medicine
Yeah.
doctor. Has to see patients. Has to see clients. Has to do all the things that you guys basically do, and then
Be a CEO.
be a CEO. And he's still like, hell yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's insane. I aspire to be. I don't want to say like Jason, but I aspire. To I aspire to be have his energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
loves it.
Yeah.
That's the part. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
love this so much, but I don't know that I would want to work as hard as Jason.
Yeah.
I don't want anything this big. He wants,
Yeah.
nationally for Guardian to be known, and that's what it takes is to work at his level.
I mean,
I'm super
if you
good
love
right
it,
here.
dog.
Just you wait. We're gonna build this podcasting production company.
if you love it, then why the
Yeah.
hell not? I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put all your put
But
all
I
your
get
eggs into it.
tired. I can't really. I'm like by like 7 p.m. I'm like, all right, I gotta go to
I
bed.
gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I have to leave actually.
Yeah.
I'm also a pretty go person. I like don't know really what to do with myself if I'm not doing anything. So a lot of it, like if I don't have anything to do or I get to leave early, which rarely ever happens. But if I get to leave early sometimes, I'm like, what is this? I was like, I
Yeah.
guess
What do
I'll
I even do?
go to the grocery store. I guess
I
my
know, I
like,
left-
car needs servicing.
I left at like 6 o'clock.
Wait, does it?
I left it-
You should take care.
I left at 6 o'clock the other night, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I got home like an
Odd.
hour earlier than like
Normal.
normal,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I
just
was
wait
like,
when it's still sunlight.
do
dude.
I wait? Do I
that?
do I get in the shower? Do I I don't know what to do. Do I just
Well,
sit here and
well,
wait
you-
until like the normal time?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with that extra hour?
Do I need to go back?
Yeah.
Like, will they call me for something else? I don't
Literally. No, it's
Yeah.
so weird. Like when you get out early,
know. Yeah.
or even like
Wild.
Laundry. I get to
on
laundry.
time.
Laundry.
Like when you get out, like
That's what I mean. Like
early.
6 on
I don't
time.
know what to
yeah.
do.
What?
Yeah, it's like insane.
Because your brain is probably still here processing.
Yeah, no,
even
it
though
is.
Your body's at home.
Exactly.
Yeah, I used
Exactly.
the drive home to do all of the processing.
Yes.
I just sometimes I just sit there and I'm like going through the day.
That's
and then
funny.
and then I remember that I
though.
forgot to do something and I'm like,
Oh.
oh, I have to do it
I
when
had
I
that
get
hour.
home.
That happens every time.
No.
There's always
my
that.
biggest thing is that I always forget to send out the CTs. So I always come in the next morning and I send them out the next morning. I don't know what it is. My brain just like disconnects because I send it from one platform to the next. So
Yeah.
from like
Yeah.
Keystone to DVM Insight,
Right.
that's like the platforms we use. So I send it from one to the next, and my brain just clicks off, and it's
It's
like,
like,
you did it,
you
good
did it,
job.
you're done.
And then I come in the next morning. I was like, oh, you didn't do
You
it.
you
You
didn't
did
send them
not.
to that outside
You did
source.
not do that.
Yeah.
Dude, Sarah has infinite patience with me because that's like me with the kitchen cabinets. I'll open the cabinet or open the drawer, get the fork, get the cup or whatever. Mission accomplished. Everything
Yeah.
is done. I go back into the kitchen. Every door is f***ing open.
Yes, literally.
It's like, are we haunted? Is this house haunted?
My bad.
What's happening?
I'm sorry. That was 100%
okay.
me.
It's okay.
Yeah. No, I wake up. Nick does that too. I wake up in the morning and like 3 cabinets are open. And I'm like, did the house get raided? Like, what is happening?
No, I needed a fork.
What did you forget?
Yeah.
It's just like one extra step, but like that's how my brain is with like
Yeah.
sending out like imaging. I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
At least you can admit it.
Yeah. No, I know. I am the worst at it.
It's like if somebody came like, who didn't send these? She's like,
Here's me.
That was probably me.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
G.I. Joe. All right.
Well, anyway, guys, I'm sure you probably have to go back to doing.
I know. I like this
doing
better.
the thing. I feel like I could
Oh,
just
I like
stay
this
here.
Yeah,
better.
this is actually way more
Yeah,
fun.
for
We're
today.
building
I
our
love
media
it.
team. That's it.
Yeah.
You guys are on the media team now,
Okay,
and
perfect.
there's you don't have to do all the other things.
Oh,
You can forget
okay.
being a doctor.
Oh,
Amazing.
Okay, great.
Love that.
Sounds good. I don't know.
Thanks for,
Have us to fill in next time. Get
Yeah.
little holes. Just
Well, we'll
plug
probably
us
get you
here.
in for like. I mean, this felt like a good real
This was
episode.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get
it's
you
all
in for
good.
like a full, you know.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you're prepped for like whatever you want to discuss and.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You banter
Thank you,
good
guys.
too, so you can like have both of us on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good
Yes.
at banter.
You're
I'm a
like in the
good
same
I'm a
department,
good
so-
yapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I yap
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is gonna work
Same.
out for me.
I felt like
Same.
you guys are easy to talk to, even
Yeah.
like not on camera. Like it's just you,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you just start talking.
We need
just
more of
go.
those.
Yeah.
We'll find that out.
Yeah,
We'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to know.
being scared of the camera is definitely a thing. People are
just try-
definitely scared of it.
Yeah.
Of course.
I
I
think
tried
it's
to look at
hilarious
it.
that Jamie got famous and
Get
is
Jamie
still
down here.
afraid.
I know.
I tried to get her down, and she was like, "I'm busy."
I'm busy. Yeah, that's everybody's
Wait, she got
excuse. They're not
famous?
actually busy.
Yeah, you didn't.
People
know
will
that?
recognize her.
Yeah.
People recognize her.
Oh,
as
At
she
New York
did.
Vet, it was so funny.
Jamie,
I didn't know she got famous.
Yeah,
Like on
Mic'd
TikTok,
Up
with
like
Jamie
was
hundreds
huge, yeah.
of thousands of views and
Yeah.
comments about Jamie.
mic'd up
Love it.
episodes.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
those.
Oh my gosh! Well, I
Yeah.
watched all
Got
of
big.
them. I
Yeah.
didn't realize
On
that
TikTok,
she's
well, like
famous.
on
Oh, you're a
Instagram.
fan.
Of course I'm a fan.
Camera's cut again, but we are going to end this episode 0.5.
Yay.
Thank you
Cool.
guys for jumping in. I know you're super busy upstairs. And as Albert just said when the cameras were off, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share,
Ring that bell if that's still a
the
thing.
bell on the YouTubes. Well,
Yay,
we'll
thank
call it.
you.
We still haven't figured out how to end this properly.
Yeah.
So we're just
That's
going to call
okay.
it at that.
Cut the
Sure.
feet.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to have a catchphrase.